bit crazy behind the scenes. Oh my goodness. Let me see. My internet is going in and out, which is like the last thing that has happened this morning, right? Let me see if I can switch back and we'll hope for the best. I was using my data because my Wi-Fi kept going. I think here's what happened. My phone died last night, like died. So I need to get a new phone. That's what I usually take my video on for my lives. And the device I'm on right now is usually what I use as my backup so I can tell if you can hear me and that I'm in the right place on Facebook and all of that stuff. So I think I'll be able to see comments if anyone's on live. We'll see how this goes. And hopefully once it's finished, it will actually be on Facebook and I'll be able to download it later and put it on YouTube. So let's hope for the best. Hopefully I don't have to redo this a different day. But if it does like not work, then I will. All right. So welcome, beautiful people. This is where am I? I'm Deb K, and this is the Back to Basics of You video series. This is part 4. We are finishing up today with the first C, the clarity, the first C of my Joy Vitality framework that I've been sharing with you for many months. So January kicked off a year of expansion of you, and we're always experiencing towards our very own magnificence. And now is the time to really expound upon the finer details of your journey to get here. So I'm so glad you've been joining me this month as we get back to the basics of you and delve into your calling. Did I say the wrong thing earlier? I think I said clarity. It's calling. And it's the calling that you are truly meant for more. So please do be filled with wonder and magic as you feel that little glimmer of something buried way down deep inside start to spark up, because you truly are meant for more. And you'll start to notice that your experiences in your daily life are going to be reflecting this back to you, that you are filled with wonder and magic. And it's time to become now and future focused and remember and experience exactly who you are, who you truly are. And when you do this, you will start to feel and look younger and healthier and beautifully and wholly you. And this is good. And this is self-love for you. So this is where we're at. And hopefully by the end of this live, you will have a better understanding of you and that wonder and magic that is you. Now, if you stay until the end, I will share with you ways you can work with me and product specials that are happening for the rest of January. So stick with it. But first, as you're joining, please do hop in the comments below. Say hello if you're on live and where you're watching from. I love seeing where everybody is in the world. And if you're on replay, hashtag replay and where you're watching from as well. Please do like this page, share this page with your friends. Please request to join my private group if you're so inclined. There's a lot more content in there that isn't here on these playlists. And speaking of that, all of my videos are available on replay, so you can check them out on the playlists here on this page, or you can go into my private Facebook group and look in the guides, or go find me on YouTube, and there's playlists there as well. So do drop any questions below and I will answer those live for you, or I'll come back to them later. Hopefully I'll get a notification. It's been a little hectic. All right. If you are not familiar with me, well, your fairy godmother has arrived. I am Deb K, and I am here to help you go from feeling flat to feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous, and becoming the you-est you that you can be while building a magnificent life that just lights you up. Now, what I shared today may or may not seem like your current understanding, but I guarantee if you found your way here to this video that we are more likely on the same page than you might realize at the surface. So please do just listen, feel the flow, feel the truth, let it settle. And if you have any questions that you need clarity on, please do ask them. So I have been helping to teach and share about my Joy Vitality framework for a while now, probably a good year, 2 years maybe. I didn't really keep track, but these are the exact steps that I have taken to get to where I feel like I am on my journey towards magnificence as well. So this is the energetically expanded and evolved culmination of my very own personal journey to become beautifully whole and magnificently marvelous, and you can get there too. So I have started to focus on the way I help women like you become beautifully, youthfully joy-filled and feeling awesome and looking awesome as well. So we can do this. Now, my journey has been magical and it's been truly transformative, and I'm so excited to be just like your very own fairy godmother and help hold your hand as you're embarking on your very own journey to build your roadmap to your fountain of youth and help you to feel hope, health, and joy on the daily all along the way. So when you live the Joy Vitality framework, the ordinary becomes extraordinary and you get to build a most magnificent life. That's just marvelous. And you look marvelous as well. All right. So as I mentioned, this part of the step that we're talking about this month is called calling. And we have, over the past few weeks, broken that down, all of the parts into smaller parts and gone into more detail about this step. So we've talked about feeling the call and curiosity about why you're here. What else? Awareness and noticing and signs and synchronicities and things like that. And we talked about energetic capacity and co-creation with the universe and God and universal law and all of those good things. So I say cheers to all that. Now, today we are going to focus on your higher self. What's a higher self? If you don't know, well, you're going to know. You should definitely take a moment and appreciate that your higher self is with you and you only on this journey of yours. As you are a physical human, your higher self is devoted to you. Now, sure, they have like other things they could be doing, but they're not going to focus on another physical human. All right. So it's kind of like, well, and we'll get to like who your higher self is in a minute, but it's kind of like, think of it like this. Let's say you are a parent of children, or even if you're a pet parent, or maybe you have a responsibility of some sort, even if it's not a child or a pet, there's something that you need to tend to. Maybe it's a garden. It doesn't matter what it is, but that sort of, you know, you're responsible for someone or something else kind of relationship. Okay. Think of it that way. So your higher self is like kind of like that parent role, and you are the responsibility. Now, now think of yourself in this physical life. If you're the parent, right? Not only are you responsible and devoted to like your child or your pet or your garden, but maybe you have a day job. Maybe you have to go off to work. Maybe you have to go cook dinner. Maybe you have to do this. Maybe you have to do that. It's not always constant, like following around your child or tending to your garden or whatever. And that is how your higher self is. Your higher self, though devoted to you, they have their other things that they do. They just are not devoted to another physical human other than you during your physical life. So rest assured, if you need them, they're always there for you because you're always connected anyway. All right. Now, what can your higher self do for you? Maybe let's come back to that. I think let's talk about who your higher self is. And no, I don't. We're going to go back to doing this the way I had intended. Okay. Sorry about that. Energy changes sometimes. Okay. So what can your higher self do for you? Your higher self is like your bestie, bestest, best friend, that has known you forever since your creation, because some of that higher self energy is part of your creation of your soul, right? So if you go way back, you can understand the soul soup analogy from the book Believe. And this is how your soul is created. You have a vat of energy of God and energy from your higher self, and they get dumped together, stirred around. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually stirred. I always like sort of saw it as like a giant pot. It's not boiling or anything, but it's like warm with excitement. And then you sprinkle in, all the different flavors and spices and magic and all that. Those are all the things that are like your capabilities, your gifts, your personality, your energetic essence, like all of those sorts of things get sprinkled in there to make your soul uniquely you. And even though there's like energy from God and energy from your higher self, and I'll get to that part later, it is uniquely you because of sometimes one scoop's a little bigger than the other, or because the different, things that go in, the different aspects that get sprinkled in are uniquely you. They're never the same. They might seem similar to another physical human, but they're never, never, never the same. Or even a non-physical human to another soul is what I should be saying. All right, so what can your higher self do for you? Well, your higher self is an exact vibrational match and frequency to you because of that energy connection. And your higher self is also that bridge between you and God. If you need, if you feel like you need to go through a mediator, almost like sometimes your higher self can act as like a bouncer at the door of the club too, depending on what you're doing with your energetic capabilities. However, you may think of your higher self as super conscious. Some of you have heard that term. And so it's that part that links you to God and the rest of the universe, because we're all connected. So the bridging basically is your higher self. And your higher self can help guide you. That's her job, is to be like your main bestie, best friend, best interest in mind, knows everything about you, but isn't like super snoopy, and knows how to guide you to where you need to be and what you need to do on your journey based on what your soul contract was before you incarnated as a physical human. And because your higher self has this super strong connection with you, you can be guided to levels of vibrational excellence and soul capability that you can't even imagine as a physical human. We tend to forget is maybe not the right word, but it's one you'll understand. When we incarnate as a physical human, we tend to kind of forget who we are in a sense, because that's part of the game. That's part of coming here to Earth as a physical human incarnate. And part of it is remembering who we are on this journey, like exactly who we are as our soul was intended when created. And also those things in our soul contract to be fulfilled, because that's what we wanted before we were born, right? Now, that's not to say that we can't necessarily change some things once we get here. However, it's for our benefit and our energetic growth and expansion to actually fulfill those things that we were desiring before we got here, because using Earth's physical energetic sequences is like supersized compared to like just staying in non-physical and not incarnating as a physical human and trying to do these things. So your higher self can also target your inner being. Some of you might have heard that term from other like Abraham speaks about your inner being, but it's basically your soul, the encapsulation of your soul within your energy. And I sort of like to think of it as maybe a tube shape, or maybe even a sphere. and it's encapsulated. So the inside of that, your actual soul, you can't change. You can't, I mean, you can like have things that upgrade, but it's never going to change you in a way that you're not you. All right. And then life happens, right? And so we have all these experiences, and sometimes our perspective is that they're not good for us, and so it makes us feel icky or whatever. And that's the stuff that layers on the outside that can get peeled away, wiped away as you go through your journey. And anyway, so your higher self can target your inner being, your soul, in a way that it can enable massive change for you. So basically what's happening is you're remembering exactly who you are living exactly who you are, and then other things in life, in your experience, fall right into place perfectly for you and feel easy and free. And that's because you are wholly you at some point, right? You're just going back to who you truly are. That's it. You're not changing anything as in, like changing who you are. You're just remembering who you are, uncovering that, and letting that light shine. So there you go. All right. Where are we at? Okay, so you might be asking, who is your higher self? If you don't know already, that's okay. It's all right. No worries. I'll talk about that in just a moment, but I do want to direct you to my Meet Your Higher Self series, where I go into a lot of detail about your higher self and lots of different tools to help with the conscious connection. Now, you're always connected on an unconscious level, but if you want to have a more conscious connection with your higher self, that can be done. So who is your higher self? Well, as I mentioned before, your higher self is energy that connects you to God through your soul, and is a perfect vibrational match, and has always been there for you. Your bestest bestie ever and always. And even after you transition back to non-physical, i.e. die, you are still connected in a way that you can remain friends, or you can go off and do your own separate things entirely, whatever. So your energy, your soul, when you were created, as I mentioned, the dollop from God and the dollop from your higher self, mix it all together with all the sprinkles and the spices and the herbs and the glitter. And what happens is your higher self is also having the opportunity to experience physical life through you, like through your eyes, so to speak, through your feelings, so to speak. And when you return to non-physical, that energy separates isn't really quite the term, because you're still going to retain memory and feeling, emotion around like who your higher self is, and your friendship and all that. But that energy kind of, some of it goes back into your higher self's energy, so to speak. And so that's in her vat. So there are people who feel like they maybe have past lives, and that's sort of how I understand it, correct, but not sort of. What you're actually feeling is when that energy returns from an incarnate physical human back to your higher self, it's in your higher self's energy, in her vat of energy. And when you get that next scoop, it's not to say that you're a totally, like, you're part of like somebody who's already lived on Earth, but because you are related in that way, because your higher self has had other incarnate physical humans before your physical life, but never at the same time, you'll have some memory retention in that energy signature that maybe you've been somewhere before. Now, if you're very, very special, you may have a specific capability that I don't want to get into right now, but if you feel like what I'm saying rings true, then it rings true. if you feel like what I'm saying seems like, yeah, but talk to me, okay? Because there are some people, physical humans on this earth, that have a very rare and specific, very special capability that I can share with you. All right, let's leave that for a minute. Anyway, so let's get back to talking a little bit about some of the specific tools I mentioned that you can create a more conscious relationship with your higher self. So it's really important, if you're wanting to have that conscious relationship, to learn this empowering process and the tools to consciously strengthen your connection with your higher self. So what's going to happen is you'll end up having a really deep, trusting relationship with her. Now, if you're female, you'll have a female higher self. If you're male, you'll have a male higher self. And I literally don't have my list in front of me of all the tools. I will tell you, you can find them in the back of the book, Believe. They're all in there. But some tools may be things like meditation. Now, if you have trouble focusing during meditation, you are not the only one. I had a lot of trouble, believe it or not. And so I would end up doing open eye meditations a lot and just stare at like a flame of a candle. And if my focus shifted, I'd just, oops, and go right back to looking at that flame. You can ask questions in your head of your higher self. You can write them down, even the questions, so that if you feel like you're going to forget when you go into meditation, you can journal and or write or type and just, have the intention that you're going to be connecting consciously with your higher self, because you're already connected, and to let things flow. Now, you can just let things flow, or you can ask the specific questions about things, but just be quiet and listen and see what happens, and let your hand write or listen for the things that are popping into your head. Now, you'll know if it's something just ridiculous and your mind's wandering, or if it's something that is actual understanding and information from your higher self to flow through to you. What are some others? I mentioned typing. You can just kitty clack, let it flow. Typing, journaling, meditation. You can go for a walk. You can do activities with your higher self. And even if you don't feel like you have a super strong conscious relationship yet, you can just set the intention that you are going to practice consciously connecting with your higher self. And then, invite your higher self along to do some shopping with you, or cooking, or going for a walk, or exercising and stretching and finding particular stretches that are just perfect, specific for what your needs are in the moment. There's all sorts of different tools like that in the back of that book. And so I implore you to check it out. If you're having trouble finding it, please reach out to me. I can point you in the right direction. But it is available on Amazon and like most of the big booksellers. Depending on what country you're in, you'll have to go through and find it yourself. But if you're on like Amazon or Barnes and Noble, you can usually find it in there as well. Okay, let me see. Trying to see if there's any questions or comments. I don't see any, and if there are some, I do apologize. I will try and look back at those and get those answered for you as well. And hopefully I will get my device situation situated today. So, fingers crossed that this is working really well on your end and saves properly and all of that. But what does all of this higher self stuff mean for you is that in your own wonder and magic, and in noticing and taking action to answer your calling, you can become a youthfully joy-filled woman and be magnificently marvelous. And you can celebrate this magnificent life you're creating. You can make the ordinary extraordinary, and you can feel hope, health, and joy on the daily. I don't know what that notice was. It just came up. And you can be creating your very own 10 years younger fountain of youth. All right. So as promised, what is coming up? So next month, I'll have a whole new series. We're going to focus on the second step in the Joy Vitality framework all month. Okay, just like we focused on the first step this month. And I'm not sure what day that'll be on. I'll have to look at my calendar and get that all set, and I'll get all the events posted that you can click on so that you can join the event or just get your reminder, whatever works for you. I'll have Coffee with Deb K, awesome live guidance for your body, mind, and soul coming back. That's usually around the 3rd-ish Wednesday of the month. We'll see how it shakes out. Sometimes it's a totally different day. And let's see. Well, if you are curious about how to work with me, well, your fairy godmother has arrived. And as your fairy godmother, I am devoted to compassionately creating the change you desire to look and feel younger and marvelous and have hope, health, and joy on the daily. All of my programs are one-to-one currently, and they're updated in now and future focused energy. They're here, they're open for booking, but spots are limited. And so if you're ready right now, go to that link above. You'll find everything you need in that link, and you can get your spot locked in for your roadmap to your fountain of youth. We'll get you going on your journey, no matter if you're starting at the beginning or someplace in the middle, or you feel like you're near the end. Does it ever really end? No. But sometimes you get to a point where you don't have to change, you just have to experience. So if you're not sure what next step is right for you right now, book in your free Fountain of Youth discovery call, and we can discover that together. And that link is also in the post above. And let's see, I mentioned we have some physical products that are available through the end of January. So many of you know I am involved with skincare. That was actually how I started my spiritual awakening. Go figure. Anyway, the company I'm with is amazing. They are top #1 in North America and Australia, award-winning skincare to really change your life and your confidence. So right now, if you're interested in an additional stream of income, you can become a rep on my team. And it's $24 for a starter pack right now. For January, you'll get 70 samples and all the tools you need. You don't need to be an expert. There's training all along the way. And my team is absolutely amazing. Love everybody on there. We have so much fun together. We also have some new programs. So there is a Passport to Success program, which you can earn cash bonuses and product rewards through the Fast Start program. Plus, right now you can get a Lash Boost and Bright Eye Complex in the US, or a Bright Eye and Total Serum in Canada and Australia. So this is like a $247 value US. And also you can earn an opportunity to qualify for a $1,000 US or $1,350 Canadian on Target gift card reward, or the trip for 2. What? We have a new Brilliance program as well, where you can earn an exclusive necklace with Swarovski crystal charms, and that kind of depends on how you're running your business. Like, how in are you? Are you trying to just have a really nice side gig, or maybe even replace 9-to-5 income? But there are some quarterly requirements for that. All right, now, if you're just interested in products, we have 8 new paired customized regimens. And if you purchase one of those 8, or a Redefine, Reverse, Soothe, or Unblemished regimen, or any of the regimen sets, it's all included, you can get a free multifunction eye cream, which is a $77 value. That's through January 31st. Okay, we've also brought back our dry shampoo in a jumbo size. We used to just only have like the sampley travel size, and now we have a jumbo size, which is awesome. It's really great. And that's all through the year. Like, that was just a holiday thing and everybody loved it. And so we bagged, and the company said, yes, yay. All right. It's today the 25th. If you are interested in learning more about, our results-based products, or about the business, and you want to hop on an informative, brief sort of online event. That's happening tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific in English and 5 p.m. Pacific in Spanish. So please let me know if you're interested, and I can get you the link for that as well. Okay, now let me get my notes together. If you, clothing and fashion and things like that are how you want to start your journey or dress up how awesome you're feeling now being on your journey, I'm also an exclusive seller with the Cole app, and we had a major relaunch this month. So we have a brand new look, and we're also introducing a powerful compensation plan you can earn while you shop. It's pretty nice. If you decide, you can sign up for free. It takes about 3 minutes to start either your own business or your shopping experience if you just want to be a shopper. But you don't need any inventory or anything like that. The app is free, and you just put things into your store that are already on the app. So pretty awesome. Lots of great fashion, small sustainable companies. I think it's all female entrepreneurs on there too. Really, really cool. And there's jewelry and activewear and fashion clothes and luggage and some home stuff. It's awesome. But if you want to sign up for like a little bit more of a bump in commission, you can do a basic store plan and you'll get a 10% discount on all of your purchases, access to the Cole box, access to buy and sell Cole exclusive brands, and earn commissions. And a basic plan stylist can, they have an opportunity to purchase stylist starter sets for 40% off. These are activewear, jewelry, and nail art. And I just got my activewear when I need to do my unboxing. Super excited. You can get all three. It's up to you. So I may jump in and get the jewelry one too. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. Now, if you are just interested in shopping, that's okay too. You can sign up for free or sign up for a VIP pass. It's like $10 a month, and you get a 10% discount on all your purchases, and you have access to the Cole box. We have a Get Styled challenge through the end of the month. So if you're looking for like a try before you buy or to try a new style, it's very easy. You can just let me know and I can pick some things for you based on what would look nice on you or your likes and things like that. So the Get Styled box is $20 and you get free shipping with it. Now, when you get your box, you try on your outfit, and if you just keep at least one piece, your $20 that you've spent will go towards paying the balance of the items you keep. All right, we always have a lot of new collections, and then that Cole box is great for trying before you buying. We also have free shipping on $75 and over right now, and I have a couple of different coupon codes to help you get 10 or 15% off your purchase. So there's that. Let me know if you are interested in any of that or learning more. I also have another opportunity that is more around like your everyday items for around your house and other affiliate links that I will roll out as I do all the testing on them, because I only will vouch for things that I've tried and really enjoy. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. And remember, it's time to stop feeling flat and it's time to start feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous every single day. It's time to start feeling 10 years younger by awakening that magically marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you. I will see you all next month with the next step of the Joy Vitality framework, and we will get into the depth of the details of that. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love. Bye-bye.